happy 4th of July, Las Vegas, and happy birthday, America. 250 years, you guys. So listen, I pray that you and your families are out there having a great time. And from me and Becky's families to your families, have a safe, blessed, and joyful Independence Day. You guys have fun out there. But anyways, thank you for joining the show today. So last week we had the Teamsters representatives on talking about the importance of being part of the union, having that backing behind you, and just, being able to call on somebody when things go left at work, right? And just understanding your rights. Right, Becky?
That's right.
That's right. So today we're going to go ahead and just pick up on where we left off prior to that show. We still had quite a few questions that were sent to us. You know what I mean? Just basic questions that people may have on their minds when it comes to worries or concerns about purchasing a home in this very unique
environment
we are living in. One I thought I would never ever see in my lifetime. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. We're here now, and we're going to keep a positive view because God is always in control.
That's right.
No matter what, right? At least for me, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I have to actually say on that, I don't know if anybody's noticed along social media with this whole, the soccer, the FIFA being here, you see all of these people that have been coming over from overseas, and it kind of reminds, as much as there's been a lot of negativity on the news, that, a lot of people that are coming here are celebrating who we are and what we are as a country. There is positivity out there to cling to. So
right.
No, that's what I'm clinging to.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So just grateful to be an American. I've traveled quite a few places in the world. I've been blessed enough to travel. And, I love going over to other countries, learning their culture, opening my mind up to see how others live is such a blessing. If you've never traveled outside this country, I highly recommend it. I can't even imagine, going home to be with the Lord without seeing the rest of the world that He made for us and all the other beautiful people, beautiful cultures that are out there. I mean, I have so many friends from so many different countries. I can't imagine not knowing them or not tasting their delicious food or, but it'll also make you appreciate your country here in America as well. You know what I mean? So anyways, with that being said, you guys know I start my show off with none other than the great Charlie Wilson, right? Love that man. And I just want to say, let's my prayer warriors, because I didn't even realize that he had a stroke on June 23rd.
Oh, wow. I didn't either.
Yes. I'm like, oh no. So I'm just praying for you, Charlie. Just love you. You've been, amazing all these years. He is still relevant, from the Gap Band to magic. I love me some Charlie. So I'm praying for you, Charlie Wilson. Okay, and so let's go ahead and jump in. So you guys, today's show, we are going to be answering some questions that are out there in regards to buying a home. So we're just going to pick up from where we were 2 weeks ago. So Becky, here's a question. Some of the listeners might think that their credit score is too low. It seems like everybody assumes their credit score. Oh, my credit's just really bad. I said, really? What is it? Oh, girl, I don't know. Well, wait a minute. How do you think it's bad then?
Maybe you don't even know. Yeah, we don't know a lot.
I hear that all the time. And I'm like, well,
I think.
Let's not assume. Guess what? I've got a link without charging. And it doesn't even hurt your credit when they pull it. Because normally, you guys, whenever you pull credit for money purposes, like a loan or any kind of thing like that, it normally drops your credit score a couple points. But here's the good news. Mr. Valentino does not allow that. Okay, so his link does not hurt credit and it does not charge you. So you can find out. But a lot of times people are always surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of them think that, their credit is much lower and it's really not as bad as they think it is.
Mm-mm. And then a lot of times it's veterans, and veterans don't even realize you guys don't even need a credit score over 600. Yeah. Veterans can get their properties for under 600 in many cases. But yeah, a lot of times they'll have like a 580 and they're like, oh no, I have to have like a 650. No, you don't. You're a veteran, right? Mm-hmm. And guess what else? If you have your own money down, you've saved up, let's say 400,000, so $12,500. You've got that saved in a 401k or somewhere. You only also need a 580. You don't have to have perfect credit to buy a home. And Becky, how much do they need for our zero down credit scores?
620.
And that's our nationwide.
Yeah.
We have multiple zero down programs, you guys, but the one that takes the lowest credit score, I've actually used myself before. It's a nationwide zero down grant program. They have a couple different options, but yeah, that one only requires a 620 credit score, you guys. So let's bust that myth right on up.
And some people don't realize that even small changes can drastically improve
Their credit.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if your credit score could be low because you just maxed out your credit cards. Right now, a lot of people are living off their credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in that boat by yourself. So a lot of people's credit cards are maxed out right now, right? So that's why your credit, score has taken a major plummet. A lot of times, once you max it out, it'll go down like, 20 to 100 points sometimes, even more. So once you pay those down to 30%, it shoots right back up.
I was just going to say, some people think that that means, I have to pay it off. I don't have to pay it off.
Right. So what other question you got on there, Beck?
So, Mo, as home prices are expected to crash like they did years ago?
Oh, God.
We hear this question almost every day.
Yeah, no. So the thing about that, guys, is years ago, that was a hot mess express. They were giving anybody with a pulse a loan. They stopped doing that a long time ago. And here's the thing. A lot of people bought during COVID. They've got, 3%, 2% rates, right? What does that mean? That means their mortgage is so low and so affordable because they barely paid anything for the loan, right? So you've got that. So you've got people like right now have sellers. They know that when they list their property, it might have to sit for 3 months. They are not worried about that because they bought the house back when it was 3 and 4%. What does that mean for them? They can afford to pay the mortgage as it sits. Mm-hmm. And guess what else that means? A lot of times they're not going to fire sell. They're not desperate. They could put a renter in that property and make $500, $600, $700, $1,000 a month just off of renting it because why? They bought when the rates were really low. Mm-hmm. So they're not desperate, you guys. Another difference is the majority of Americans today that own properties are sitting on equity. Mm-hmm. And I mean a ton of equity. The average person sitting on like 200,000 plus. So why in the world, even if I was hitting hard times, why would I foreclose? I would just simply sell the property. I mean, obviously, as long as I've been in it for 3, 4, 5 years, I'll have enough equity to pay everybody and still walk away with a little something in most cases. Now, obviously, if I just bought the property a year or two ago, or even if I bought it 3 years ago, but at an extremely high rate, then that might not be the case. Yeah. But we're talking about the majority of Americans who bought 4 or 5 plus years ago, right?
Yeah, and that sometimes is limiting what we have in supply.
Yeah.
Because a lot of sellers nowadays have, put the home on the market and now they're taking it off because they know they can afford to wait it out.
They can hold it.
They're not trying to fire sell, like you said.
No, nobody's fire selling right now. So it's a completely different market. And no, I do not see 2008 ever happening again, in my opinion. That was like a horrible unicorn. Right? Bad unicorn. But anyways, no, but we learned from that, I do believe, because now I'm witness to how strict they are when it comes to loans.
Yes.
I mean, my goodness, if you're approved today, dear, you are approved. And I don't want to scare away my buyers. We walk you through what you need. And if you don't have it, guess what? It's never a no, but it's not right now. I need you to do these following things for the next 2 months or 1 month, right? But when you're there, you're for sure there, especially with Anthony's team. They don't mess around. They're not going to give you an approval that's a maybe or, oh, well, hopefully you make what you said you make. Here's the approval just to find out that, oops, you didn't. You thought you got that on your check, but you didn't.
Yeah.
No, they don't do that. So our team, we get you what's called underwritten approved, which basically means you're definitely getting the money, right? Because let me tell you something, honey. I love you guys, but I'm not trying to drive around in this 120 degree heat. Neither is Becky. Going off of what you thought you had. No, we verify everything. And I also don't want to break my buyers' hearts.
Yeah, that's like the
Do you
worst.
know how heartbreaking that is?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going through all of that, getting under contract, and then falling out because your loan couldn't go through.
Minor oversight that you didn't really, even you as the buyer didn't even realize, like, oops, well, now the lender finds out, 3-4 weeks later, that's heartbreaking to lose your property.
Yeah.
So no, we don't do that. We make sure all the ducks are lined up. By the time you're out there looking at properties, you're approved. Okay. So no, I do not think that inventory is still very limited too. So most experts right now are just saying that they expect fluctuations, but not a major collapse. Yeah. So there you are for that. And now, Beck, what about buyers that are worried about their job security? And right now, that is a very valid concern. Especially here in Vegas.
Yes.
Because, honey, our tourism is down. Hours at the job in casinos are down.
Yeah, they are. But yes, our buyers definitely should purchase within their comfort zone. And we work really, really good on our buyers. We're not one of those groups that try to, push people to go up above what they can afford. No. We don't like that. We like you to be comfortable. We don't want you to be house poor.
Yeah, I always tell them, I don't want you eating noodles after we get to house. I mean, unless you just really like noodles, I don't want you eating them. Right. You need to be able to take a trip. How are you going to go out the country if all your money's going into mortgage? So we want you to be, comfortable in your property, but also comfortable with that payment. So, yeah, that's...
And like I have said countless times over and over again, week after week, I always feel that the most stable and secure thing you can do is own the roof over your head. I think it creates financial stability, but it also just security that you are not wondering what's going to happen. Like most mortgage companies have to work with you if something goes on and you lose your job and you need time to figure things out.
You can call up a mortgage company and say, I need to tell you that I'm having a hardship, and they'll work with you. You can't call your landlord and tell them that you have a hardship because unfortunately you've had to take off, you're laid off, or you had to have back surgery. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. The landlord's going to say, are you moving in with your mama?
Right.
Because I still have to pay my mortgage. But if you're a homeowner, they're going to ask you to submit some documents proving what you're saying. And then, like I told you the story of Alexis and Drew, he had back surgery. She called and said, hey, my husband just had back surgery. They had fill in the paperwork, fill it all out. I think their payment was $2,100, went down to $1,300. And guess what? It stayed like that even after he got back to work. Yeah. It didn't go back.
Yeah.
So
you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
They can work with you. A landlord is not. He wants his rent on what day?
Yeah, well, he has to have it because as a landlord, I still have to pay my mortgage.
Exactly.
Whether you pay it or not, I still am on the hook. And that's why there are so many landlords that went up on the rent after COVID, because a lot of them were not getting any of the rent.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't big corporations that got all that money. They're just like, hey, this was my little, the house I rented out so I could buy my dream home.
Right. And now I'm paying 2 mortgages.
Yeah.
So that was rough. You know what I mean? So the key, you guys, is just choosing the right payment and not the biggest house. I always tell people, start off with this house. And then in a couple years, we're going to take money out this house and get you the bigger house.
That's right.
But where you can afford it.
Yes.
Because, like, for instance, sell your house for $200,000-300,000. Your walk away with equity about $200,000, let's just say. Now you're going to take that $200,000 that you sold the house for, put it on this new, bigger home, and now you put $2,000 down on that house. And that makes your mortgage affordable, right? In many cases, not too much more than what the house you left, right? So that's something to keep in mind. You don't want to go after the biggest house. You want to be smart about your choice and just make sure that the payment is something that you can afford no matter what, right? So, hi, this is Monique Buchanan. This is the Monique Buchanan Show, and we want to thank you for tuning in. So anyways, my name is Monique Buchanan, and this is Miss Rebecca Coins, and we are local Las Vegas realtors, but we can assist you in all 50 states, as well as our brokerage is in 24 countries, you guys. So if you have any needs that include a house, I'm talking sell it, buy it, hey, even lease it, okay, we can assist. 702-984-3700, 702-984-3700. We're also here to answer your real estate questions, you guys, okay, to give you real estate advice. So even if you just have a question, or you can email me at welcomehomeshow91.5@gmail.com. My IG is Realtor Monique Buchanan, and that's Buchanan, Buchanan. And Becky, do you know I struggled with spelling that name after I got married for like 3 months. I was like, is it Anan? Why can't they just spell Cannon like Cannon? Then I got mad at my husband for that. I was like, why is your last name spelled wrong? Anyways, you guys know I'm a mess. But anyways, let's go back into it. So what was your question? I'm sorry.
No, that was very important information. Without a phone number, how is anybody going to call?
That's true.
Back to kind of go back a little bit what we touched on before. A lot of people keep asking, they think they need to pay off every debt before buying.
Oh, my goodness. No, don't do it. Don't do it. So I always tell you, I don't know if you guys have heard me tell the story before when I moved to Texas and I cashed out my 401k. And I thought to myself, new life, I don't want to have any debt behind me. At the time I didn't own, I only rented. So I paid off my car. I paid off everything, my credit cards, and I closed everything. Paid it off, closed it. I thought, boy, my credit's going to shoot through the roof. This is going to be great, right? I get to Austin and girl, my credit plummeted like 100 points. No, we do not want you doing that, you guys, because a lot of times I have people call me and say, well, I'm almost done. I'm going to pay all these things up. And I'm like, no.
Don't do
Hold on to some of that money because you'll be amazed at how much he does not need you to pay off. And he might not want you to pay off. A lot of times we assume things and we're wrong.
Yeah,
because we don't know the rules and regulations.
Whether we like it or not, the credit is a game, and you got to know how to play it.
The credit definitely is a game. But besides that, so is, I won't call it a game, but things change so often in the lending world, and we're not privy to that. We're not lenders. So don't assume you know. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times Anthony, who is the actual lender, staying on top of the latest rules and regulations, he's the one that knows and can say, hold on, wait a minute. I no longer need you to pay that, especially when it comes to student loans. A lot of people with student loans, they're already counting themselves out. They're like, oh, no, I can't buy a house. I have $150,000 worth of student loans. There's so many people that have been blown away that thought they could not buy with student loans, and we have given them keys. They're sitting in their homes right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that goes for when you're in the middle of in your contract. Do not pay things off. Do not do anything else. Sometimes you think you're doing good. Do not without talking to the lender first. If we're already in contract and we're ready to go buy that house,
don't do
not make any credit changes.
If you're out there in contract right now with another agent, do not go doing stuff without talking to your lender. And you guys, don't be secretive with your lender because they're kind of like your lawyer, right? You need to let them know everything up front. Hey, I kind of got this little situation over here. You need to have those conversations with your lender. That's why it's important that you feel comfortable with your lender. You need to feel comfortable because you need to be able to disclose everything because if he's worth his weight in salt, needs to know, okay, I know how to get around these things by doing this, this, and that. But he is not going to know how to do it unless you tell him ahead of time. Because if it pops up, which it will, when they start deep diving at the end of the deal, and then now you're losing your earnest money because you did not say anything, and you're losing your home and your heart is crushed when you could have just told him straight up and he could have worked around it in many cases, right? Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Whether you're dealing with us or not, if you're out there with another one of our colleagues and you are in escrow, make sure you are upfront and honest with that lender, okay? Let them know what's going on. So here's another thing. A lot of people that are renting say, I'm just going to rent because I can pick up the phone if something goes wrong and I don't have to worry about any repairs. And, I like to have that security. So what would you say to those folks, Beck?
Well, first off, you're at the mercy of your landlord's schedule.
Oh, yes. If it's 120 outside and that AC has went out, and then you got to sit here and wait for somebody else to hopefully get you. Yeah.
Sorry, I say that first, but it is because I can make that phone call because I'm a homeowner and I can call around until I can get somebody out here now.
Well, besides that, every time we sell a property, we get you a home warranty. Right. You guys, that's basically like, think about it like your car, how you got that extended warranty on your car. Same thing for houses. It covers your plumbing, your electrical. It covers all the major components of your home. And in many cases, we can bump it up for $100 and it covers all the appliances. Yeah. So you can literally pick up the phone, pay a copay like as a doctor.
Right. Deductible.
And have them come on out and take care of those items. And like you said, it's on your timing.
Exactly. And rest assured, when we go through the home buying process, we have an inspection first. We recommend everybody gets an inspection. So you kind of already know what's potentially down the road going to happen, and you can kind of prepare for that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So no, you guys, don't feel like, oh my goodness, if I become a homeowner, it's going to be like the commercial. Honey, that commercial is in the Midwest somewhere, sweetheart, where they have weather attacking their house. We live in a very dry desert.
Yes, we do.
And thank God we have none of these natural disasters that regularly hit us, So our homes are they stand up pretty well,
I
to
think
the heat.
I think so.
And mud houses.
So, Mo, can self-employed people buy houses?
Well, thank God they can, because I'm self-employed.
Right?
Now, I'm glad you brought this up, because I love you guys out there that are all self-employed. But here's the major thing with my self-employed folks. If you're going to buy a home, you need to tell him how much you need or want to be approved for. If you want to be approved for $1 million home, we need to know that. So then he can tell you, if you want to be approved for $1 million home, you will have had to made this much last year and claimed it. Mm-hmm. And you may have to pay a little taxes on it, but you need to do that.
Yes.
And then I can write you an approval, right? Because I find that a lot of us self-employed people, we like to write off all our deductions. And a lot of times that will make it seem, it won't give the money that Anthony needs to see.
That's right.
So in other words, we can't play broke.
And then turn around and go, oh no, I can afford this.
Right, but I want $1 million approval. So that's just how it works, you guys. We have to make sure that when we're doing our taxes, talk to our CPA, do what you got to do, and be honest and go on and claim what you made and get the house that you want.
That's right.
Okay? And that's just as easy as I can say it. But you do have to have, I believe it's 1 year's tax returns available to purchase. You guys, he has to be able to see your business. I think it's 1 year. It could be 2 years, but I'm pretty sure it's only 1 year for your business. Okay? So that's all our 1099s, including Uber drivers, they're 1099s. Anybody that does a 1099 or works for themselves. So even exotic people, I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Because you guys are working, okay? Don't feel like you have to, because when I first started my business, a lot of the people that were in that industry, the entertainment industry, all right, we're all grown here, all right? They make great money, but they don't claim it. The savvy girls do, and guys, right? They will make sure to do taxes because they want to make some moves. There's nothing, what they're doing is not illegal.
Nope.
Okay, so claim what you made so you can buy a property in your own name. That's one of my specialties. I love people that are in the industry, helping them, show them how they can take the money that they're making now and go ahead and let it bless their lives even after they become older.
Yeah.
Honey, because when the looks go down, when age sets in.
Or a bad back like me.
Yes, we're praying for your back.
you never know.
Yeah, you want to be able to say, well, you know what? I was young, I made all that money, and look what I did with it. I've got all these properties now.
Yep, let that money work for you.
And that money is making me money now that I've stepped away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. So we're here to help you with that. So all 1099s, including business owners and just people that work for themselves. We still do have that bank statement program.
Yeah.
So once again, those same industry people, entertainment people, you can take that cash that you make every night. And like I told my girls that are bartenders, same thing for you guys too that are in the entertainment world. You can go to the bank, let that money hit that account, right? Even if you pull it right back out, as long as we have a paper trail, we can get you a loan. So you don't have to buy in your big mama name, your auntie name, your cousin's name. You know what I mean? It can be
you're
yours.
renting, or you're stuck renting. You think you have to be stuck.
Yeah, you don't have to be stuck. So anybody that makes cash, you guys, bank statement programs still do exist. Yeah, I think you got to put a little bit more down for the down payment, but you can get approved to buy a home. That's what matters, right? Because, like I told you, I used to take a lot of people out to Spanish Trails and all those areas and get them rentals for $10,000 a month.
Looking at them going, you can spend this, but you don't want to buy a house.
And it wasn't that they didn't want to buy.
They thought they couldn't.
They thought they couldn't buy because they made cash. And so they thought they could not buy. So I'm here to let them. That's like near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
I want to make sure, no matter what you're out there doing, it's legal. Go ahead and make it work for you, right? All right. So what you got?
What would you say to someone who's afraid they'll never be able to compete in today's market with what's going on?
Compete. What do you mean by compete?
Well, the market's much calmer now than it was a few years ago. I think that our
praise the Lord.
buyers have a little bit more
Negotiating power.
because
They
a lot of them
absolutely do.
everything was so competitive before.
Yeah, right now, like you guys have heard us say, seller credits are very common. We just got Mr. Miller, the chief of the. He told me last time. He said he's chief investigator. That's what he is.
Okay.
Out at Creech. But anyways, we got him $10,000 worth of closing costs. And you guys, I got him so much money that we couldn't even spend it at the end. So you know what Anthony did? Because honey, we don't leave no money on the table.
No, we don't.
There was, I think, like $3,000 worth of money that he could, like, technically through the loan, he could not use. So what we did was we paid down his car note $1,000.
Hey.
We paid for his appraisal. Oh, and guess what? And he walked away. So his earnest money was only $3,500, and they cut him a check for like $4,000. So he made money.
Look at
he
that.
made money buying a house.
Love it.
You
I
guys.
absolutely love it.
That's our veteran, by the way. Listen, my number is 702-984-3700. He walked away and got paid to buy that house. And he just posted a video. He bought all new furniture.
Oh, I love it.
He had a pool guy come out, and they quoted him like only $36,000 to build the pool that he wanted. It's a small pool. Yeah, I'm going to give you the number. But it's just a small little pool in the back that he just wanted in it. So I'm so excited for Mr. Denard. But you guys, so that's, yeah. So listen, right?
Opportunities exist.
Yes, they exist, especially if you're a buyer. You've got the upper hand. So I can at least kind of tame down that hand.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, listen, I've got a listing, 6740. That is our listing today. 6740 Yellow Hair. That property is in Providence area, and it's 5,000 square feet. It's like 4,850 square feet, 3-car garage. It's a tandem, backyard is fully concreted, ready to go. It has like marble floors throughout, 2 living rooms upstairs, or what, I shouldn't even call them dens. I said living rooms, and a living room downstairs. It's a 4-bedroom. It has the dual suite, so it's got, full bath in one of the rooms, and it's gated. So that one is going for $710,000. Seller is motivated. So 6740 Yellow Hair. You're going to have a open house there tomorrow. WelcomeHomeWithMonique.com. You will see that there's an open house. It'll have the time on there, or even on Zillow or wherever else you want to go. Realtor.com. I don't mean to shout just one out. You know what I mean. But anyways, we love you guys. We pray that you guys have a great 4th of July.
Yes, everybody, happy 4th.
Be safe. Take a bucket of water out there with you, because listen, I've had a firecracker chase my baby before. That was scary. You guys be safe. We love y'all.